Welcome to the Jeremy Hill live stream. The other intro was supposed to come in there, but let's go ahead and get into the subject matter. Now, today's subject gonna be different. It's gonna be a reaction video, but also I want to talk about one thing: why a woman should accept a man cheating, especially if she has children in a relationship. Now, ladies, let me ask you this: can you really tell me that you've never been cheated on before? Because the thing with the whole cheating situation is women will accept cheating from lesser men. I'm talking about men who don't have nothing going on for themselves. I'm talking about men who go in and out of jail, men who's out in the streets, men who have babies in other relationships outside of the relationship that you have. Women will put up with these type of men that would even give them STDs. And if they cheat on them, they'll stay with that man. But when there comes along a man of substance, a man who has standards, a man who is doing well for himself, they put this unbelievable requirement of a man shouldn't cheat on them then. What's the difference? That doesn't make any sense to me. If you have children, and you are married to that man who commits adultery on you when he steps out, for the children's sake, stay in that relationship, give them the opportunity to at least have the benefit of having both parents. Now, if you're going to cheat on that man, that's on you. But wait until the children are old enough to leave the house before you break up a happy home, because to them it's a happy home, to you it may not be. You need to get counseling or you need to work things out. Women need to understand that the majority of men do cheat, not all men. And I'm not saying that men should cheat. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do at all. But what I'm saying is, women, you are so obsessed with yourselves and your own personal happiness that you are willing to wreck a household. You are willing to destroy the children's life because you're hurt. And here it is, you've been cheated on before. The majority of women who have been cheated on by their husbands have been cheated on before in other relationships. Period. So what makes this one different from the other ones who cheated on you? Tell me that. So again, women should learn how to stay put when a man's cheat. Sometimes the women are not doing what they're supposed to do to keep that man satisfied. Or you may have a man that's just greedy who run the streets or whatever it may be. But let me tell you something. There's a difference between a man who does well in life, who has a lot of money, who does have nice cars and all this stuff like that. When he cheats, it's not the same as a man who's broke who cheats. Because broke N-words, broke ninjas, they only have side pieces. They have side chicks. That's a lower class of woman. A man who got money, a man of prestige, a man who is successful, he don't have side chicks. He have what is called a mistress if he's married. And there is a difference between the two. You can break up with a mistress and don't have problems majority of the time. But when you break up with a side chick, you got to worry about her exposing you. You got to worry about her putting stuff about you on social media. You got to worry about her trying to cut up your tires and stuff. Those are broke men who deal with side chicks. Men who got good money don't deal with those type of women. See, a mistress is way different, because if a man has money and he has a mistress, he'll pay for her bills majority of the time. I'm talking about rent. I'm talking about car notes. Men with money. Broke dudes, when they get a side chick, they pay for phone bills. They pay for Netflix subscriptions, little minor things like that. So, ladies, you have to understand, most men will cheat. I'm not saying all of them will. But a man who got money and opportunities also have options in women. And women have to learn how to stop sacrificing their families because a man cheated on them. Now, yeah, you have to accept it to an extent. I'm going to play some clips right quick, and I'm going to go deeper into this subject in a minute right now. Hold on one second while I pull it up for you, ladies and gentlemen, and you tell me what you think about it. I want you to hear what this woman had to say.
Why are you leaving your man if he cheats on you?
Excuse me right quick while I bring the music down just a little bit, because that clip right there, she's a little low. I want you to hear what she got to say right quick, though. Right here.
If your man comes home, pays all the bills, takes care of the kids, deals with your ups and downs, and he steps out, you're going to leave him? You're going to leave him for the next woman who might put up with that. And all he's going to do is find another woman and do the same thing, and you're going to be independent.
Exactly. That's my point. If you got a man who cheats on you, even if you're not married, if it's a long relationship and he's a good man and he take care of the bill, he take care of the bills and everything else, and he cheated on you, you're gonna leave that for a man who may not even do half the stuff that he does for you? You're gonna leave that because you're hurt? See, the problem is, ladies, you got to stop thinking about your feelings. The reason why feelings and emotions are not the same. They are not compatible. Women always say they want a man who commits to them, but commitments have nothing to do with emotion at all. A commitment is a conscious decision to do something. You decide to do it. Commitment is self-discipline. You decide to keep going when things are hard. You're going to get this goal accomplished. The problem with you women, when you go ahead and you take these vows before God, you don't truly mean them. All your stuff is conditional. Everything is conditional. I'll stay with him if he doesn't do this. I'll stay with him if he does do this. This is the problem with you. So what do you really mean when you say, I really love you? Because love has commitment, even if he cheats on you. So let's get back to what this lady's saying.
Going to do is find another woman and do the same thing, and you're going to be independent. Would you rather have independence, start all over in this dating pool with piss in it, than forgive your man and move forward?
Exactly. Would you rather start all over, get back in the dating pool, get a man that may be lesser than the man that you have right now, a man that ain't good for nothing? Would you rather do that than just work it out with your man? Some of you just need to turn the blind eye. You know what type of man you got. You know what type of man you had when you got him. But you chose to be with that man, didn't you? So some of you need to think about that stuff right there. So again, women, some of you need to understand that cheating is not the end all. And let me say this to you. If you have a good man and he cheats on you, does that mean he's no longer a good man? Does that mean that he's a bad man if he cheats on you? Is he a bad man, or is he just a man who did a bad thing? That's two different things. Because when you say someone is a bad man, you're talking about him overall. You're talking about his character overall. That he's a corrupt individual, horrible, terrible. That's what that means. So if he did a bad thing, that does not necessarily mean that he's a bad man, especially if he's taking care of the family and doing what he needs to do at home.
Your man and move forward. Come on, ladies, tell me. Let me know below. Why would you stay, or why would you leave a man who cheats?
Exactly. Exactly. Why would you leave after that? Let me put some of you on the screen right quick. Thank you. Oh, I know I'm gonna get some pushback. I know some people ain't gonna agree with this. So basically, women, you need to stop throwing everything away because a man slept with somebody else. Because you pushing these good men, even if nobody's perfect, man. If you look in the Bible, look at King David, man. Look at what King David did. He desired another man's wife, committed adultery with that woman, slept with her, and then he killed him, had him deleted, and then he is still known as a man after God's own heart, after he repented of it, of course, but he was still a great man after he was involved in adultery. So again, is a man who cheats a bad man, or did he just do, you know, a bad thing? That's cool, Mr. Keep Pushing. I respect your opinion, man. There's no problem with that. You know what I mean? I get you on that. No problems at all. It's just my opinion. But I really believe that a lot of you need to stay in your relationships unless he's abusive, verbally abusive, beat you down. If he do stuff like that, then you should leave. You should separate. But if you have children involved, stop putting yourself first in that because your children need to come first. That's just what it is. Give your children the opportunity to be raised in a two-parent household, at least. I know you're hurting, but you might need to get therapy. You might get all kinds of stuff. You might want to try to work it out with your man. What I'm saying is a lot of you women who have already been cheated on before you even got married. So when that happened, now you want to throw everything. You want to throw 10 years away. 12 years away of marriage, 15 years of marriage, 20 years of marriage. You want to throw away a family that your children don't really be knowing most times. Sometimes they do know, sometimes they don't. To them, they think everything's okay. And as soon as you say, I want to break up with my husband and all these other things like that, I want to leave you, my husband, you coming with me, children, I'm going to separate you from his father. Now the kids are going through a worse time. You are actually traumatizing them. You just hurt, but you're traumatizing them. So like I said, I know there's going to be some pushback on this, and that's fine. That's cool. This is my point of view. I ain't got no problem with nobody. And some of these women don't want to hear another woman come up and say some stuff.
I fucked a black man.
Oops, I spilled some wine on me. Excuse me. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear no woman come up and say they smashed your man. Now, I understand that. So that's what I want to say. Let me go ahead and put another clip up right quick. One second. Put another clip up here of an older woman who's been married, and she's probably 70, 60 years old, and she gonna tell you pretty much the same thing the first lady said that agrees with me, and this older woman gonna tell you the same thing that agrees with me. So let's get playing. Let's get it.
You don't?
No.
You don't ever worry about whether or not your man has got other women? No?
Not if he's doing what he's supposed to do at home.
Oh, okay. All right.
Why would I worry?
Because I would think you would want him to yourself. You don't want to have to share no man with another woman.
Well, how would you ever know the difference?
Well, I don't know.
Well, if you look for the difference, you'd probably find it. But to me, you just waste a lot of your time that you could be doing something you like to do.
Exactly. See, this is a woman from the older generation. The older generation. See, back then, these women put family first. They put the children first. You get what I'm saying? They didn't put themselves first. See, women have to understand. You have to, I'll put y'all up in a minute. You have to understand. Back then, one of the main reasons why before 1965 or in that area, before the 1970s, families stayed together because women realized that the children was the most important thing. They brought them and gave them, strong, stable homes. They wasn't like the weak women right now. The women today are weak. You can say anything to these women, do anything to these women, and they quick to leave. That's why we have whatever 80% or 90% of all divorces are initiated by women because they are so emotional and they only think about themselves. That is selfishness. And I know I'm going against the grain with what I'm saying today. I know people don't want to hear this shit, but it's the truth. If you are married and you have children and your man steps out on you and he pays the bills, he takes care of y'all, he put food in y'all bellies, he clothed you, even if you're working or not, if he's doing what he's supposed to do as a real man, you should not leave. You should not leave. You should stay there for your children. And put this up there right quick. All right, brothers. I'm trying to put the music up. I'm trying to go back and forth right quick after I do the clip. Put the music back up too. 1 second. Trying to put something on the screen. Hey, everybody. Trying to put you down. Mama Gemini, you going to join us today? That's right. Family first. Yes, they were. They were true nurturers. Women back then had great understanding. Well, that's not how it always worked, Mr. Keep Pushing. I don't know too many men who want to cheat with women, cheat on their woman, and then before they do it, they tell them, "Hey, baby, I want to go cheat on you with another woman." That's not how that normally goes, man. In reality, that's not really how that works. You know what I mean? Hold on. I'm trying to put some of y'all up there. All right, to get back to it, put this woman back on the screen for the reaction video part. I want you to hear this older woman.
Share no man with another woman.
Well, how would you ever know the difference?
Well, I don't know.
Well, if you look for the difference, you'd probably find it. But
To me, you just waste a lot of your time that you could be doing something you like to do, but trying to follow some man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
You got the best. You got the best advice. You so smart.
if he got somebody else, and what if I found out what am I gonna do?
Leave.
And go where?
You heard what she said? What am I going to do if I find out? The other woman said, must be a young woman, say, leave, leave. That's what women do. Today's modern women are nothing but quitters, man. They don't want to struggle. They don't want to go when it's discomfort, when it's horrible pain. Her first reaction is to leave, take flight. The old woman said, and go where? It's not because she couldn't be independent. She could have been if she chose to, but she chose the family.
Leave.
And go where?
I don't know.
Yeah, buddy. So I know a lot of you and some of you men too. Oh no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Say, well, I don't understand this right here. I hope you understand when I say I don't think a man should commit adultery. I don't think a man should do that at all if he's married. Okay, and that's the idealistic world where you think everybody's gonna go by that. But reality says men will step out on marriages. Hell, reality says women will step out on marriages too. So what I'm saying is, if there's children involved, if there's a family involved, then the woman should not leave. And it should go for the same thing for the men. Straight up. You know what I mean? So if you want to put yourself first over your kids, then you can go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and like break up a happy home, because that's what women are doing now. Women get hurt at the drop of a dime, and as soon as they feel a little bit of pain, something don't go their way, they leave. Why you leaving, girl? He cheated on me. He did? Did he beat you? No. Did he cuss you out bad? No. Did he keep money in your pocket? Yes. Did he provide for the household? Yes. Did he give protection? Yes. Girl, you left a man who did all those things because he cheated? Man, I had a man, no good for nothing Negro. He wasn't doing none of that stuff, and he cheated on me. So now when you leave that man who do all those things there, now you go back in the dating pool. And when you go back to the dating pool, you found a worse man than the one that you left. And then now you got baggage. You got kids. So yeah. 1 second, y'all. Oh, thank you. I just looked onto my email, man. Mr. Lawrence, thank you for the money. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Cash money.
Thank you for the money you sent me on the Cash App. I see it. And that's your right, Mama Gemini. Are you gonna come on today or what? Live stream. Hold on. We can have a conversation about this. And put the information up here. There it is. Email me and I'll send you a link and you can join the show. Excuse me 1 second, gentlemen. So like I said, this is not going to be a very popular opinion. But like I said before, you are tripping. You are tripping if you want to abandon your whole family because a man slept with another woman and you're in a relationship with him. I'm talking about marriages. Marriage. If you're single, go ahead and do what you want to do, leave. But if you have children and y'all married, so what is commitment? What is commitment? What is commitment then? Is not commitment something that you got to keep going and keep going when things are hard? Okay, Mama Gemini, I'm starting to think you just be talking now, but that's cool. Yep, but it's all right though. So again, I think that women should learn how to stay in relationships with a man who have cheated on them or cheat. Now, people, if you don't agree, that's fine. But let me ask you something. Are your children better off after you broke up the home without being around their daddies? Are they better off, or are you better off? Because in most cases, you're not even better off yourself when you leave the man. But most times you leave because you want to be better off. You want to go live your life now. You want to see what it's like out there because you've been hurt so badly. But what about the children? Just forget them, right? About to end this monologue. If anybody want to jump in now. But it might be short. It's already half an hour. You know, tomorrow I'll probably do an hour-long one. But I figured someone had something to say about this. Exactly. You do not bring, if he ain't bringing diseases home, if he's not having outside babies, man, and he out there knocking up, beating down coochie, I hate to say it, but it's true. Do you really want to just end everything? This is an adult conversation. Because a lot of you say no, no, no. That's fine. Okay, all right, Mama Gemini, you coming in? This is the email that you have to email me at this address right there. Jeremy Hill Show 1@gmail.com, courtesy of Mr. Lawrence 7777. Over there, email me. Then I'm gonna send you an invite later, and we can talk about this briefly since I know you got something else going on, so we can talk real quick, and you can dip out when you need to. I'll wait for you. Let me know in the comments after you emailed me, okay? Oh, thank you, Mr. Blue Hippo, for the $5.
Cash money.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I really do. Now, I know a lot of people don't like what I say, but all I can say is,
Connect people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy.
let me know if y'all hearing that. I'm being quiet because I'm trying my sound clip board out. Did y'all hear what I just put up with the Tony Montana? Put a 1 in the comments if you can actually hear Scarface talking, so I know that it's working. That's why I got quiet, trying to let it speak. We're waiting for Miss Mama Gemini to come in, y'all. What we waiting on right now? No doubt, keep pushing. I ain't mad at you, man. I respect your opinion, brother. Ain't no issues at all. You know what I mean? Okay, y'all got it. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. Yeah, so it's okay, y'all. It's okay to have these real conversations that are uncomfortable to have, because we do, no matter how much we want to run from it, we know men commit adultery just as much as women commit adultery. Now, if you just together and no children, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do, separate whatever. But when there's children involved, stay your asses there. And I don't understand the commitment part. I don't think you really honor commitment. Yeah, the man messed up. See, one of the vows was for better or for worse. Women tend to ignore that part. Hold on, Miss Gemini, for the look right now. I didn't receive it yet. Miss Gemini, I didn't see it. It's at the Jeremy Hill Show 1@gmail.com. Hold on, we're waiting for Miss Gemini. Let me see if there's anything else going on. I'm looking, Miss Gemini. I ain't got it yet. It's Jeremy Hill Show. JEREMYHILL Show 1@gmail.com, man. Well, if you think with your big head, Mr. Keep pushing, then that's something you gotta deal with, brother. You know what I mean? Seriously, man, cause like a lot of men are lustful. Very few men can hold on. Try it again, Miss Gemini. The email is in the banner going across your screen. Yeah, you want a divorce, you can get a divorce, Miss Andrea Griffith. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, do what you want to do. But I'm saying, what about those children? See, I think we have normalized single parent homes to the point that we don't care. We don't care about how it affects it. When you divorce, I'm gonna make it clear to you. When you divorce and you break the home up, you do traumatize your children. You do it. Whoever decides to leave has traumatized their children. You got to make them readjust to now daddy ain't home because you took him from them. Regardless of how you want to shape this, you are causing your children pain. You giving them pain because you've been hurt by your partner who cheated on you. Now you trying to hurt him by leaving him, but the fallout is that you are traumatizing your child. You're not really traumatizing, you hurting him, but you're traumatizing them. Now they're just another statistic because mama didn't know how to forgive and move on. Oh, somebody just sent me something. Let's see. Oh, that must be you, I guess, miss. I'm gonna send you the link now. Hold on. My neck. All right, let's get started. All right, I'm about to send you the link, Miss Gemini. I think that's you that I just got. Dana Saver or something like that. I'm gonna send it to you now. Okay, I just sent it to you. So now you got to do is click the link and you can come on the show, madam, and we can talk about this briefly because I know you said you got some things going on. I hope y'all can get everything because it's raining real hard over here. I hope it ain't messing up my connection. Like I told y'all, when I be doing these little tick things, I got hurt. I got hurt in the military on the flight deck. It's an injury. So when I sit down for long periods of time, I go through that, but I don't do that all day and shit like that. So. Oh, yeah, I guess your Yahoo is slow then. Y'all just sent you the link. So just click on the link and you'll come on. And put some more people on the screen right quick. That's right. 2 wrongs don't make it right. I agree with you. 2 wrongs don't make it right. But when the wrong has happened, then what, you know? I agree with that, kids. Yeah. But let me ask you something. How do the kids know that you cheated? Someone has to tell them. And if someone don't tell them, you just take them away from daddy? They don't know that daddy cheated unless you told them. We just ain't gonna see eye to eye on that, man. How about this damn lighter? Hold on.
Hello, hello.
Oh, we ain't gonna let me see your face.
Is it working? I can barely
Hello?
hear you. Hi.
Hello, we can't hear you.
Oh no, you can't hear me.
Hello?
Hello.
Can y'all hear her? Cause I can't hear her. Put a 1 in the comment if you can hear her.
I can hear you.
I don't hear anything. I just see Are you there? So y'all can hear her. So I'm the only one who can't hear her. That sucks. I can't hear her. Damn it. I don't know what's going on. Hold on for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if I can. It shows the mic moving. I can hear you. You can hear me. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see why I can't hear you. I can't hear nothing on this side right here.
Okay. Take your time.
1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Hello?
Hello.
Huh. Well, like I said, it's raining real bad over here, y'all. So I don't know if that's having anything to do with what's going on. Let me try something else. Stay there, Miss Gemini. Let me see what I could do on this end right here. Maybe I can fix something too. Let me see. That's speakers, monocast. Maybe I can do this right here. 1 second. Let me see if this is what I have to do. For some reason, it's not letting me hear you at all. Give me a moment right quick. Like everything just dropped out over here.
It's okay.
Oh, I can. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Hello. Oh.
Yes. Can you? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there you go. I can hear you too now. What do you like to add to the conversation, man?
Basically what I said in chat. Like I can understand what you're saying, but it wouldn't be for me. However, I wouldn't just quit if like my husband cheated on me. I would try to work it out. I would set boundaries with him, and if that didn't work out, then yeah, maybe I would leave.
So would you stay there? Like you say you try to work it out. So you have children?
Yes, I have one child, a daughter.
One child.
Hmm.
So if he was cheating like a serial cheater, would you try to make it work, or would you just like wait till the children grow up and get out the house, then leave him, or would you just stay there? You get what I'm saying?
So
Would you
what
be willing to?
I would try and make it work because we have a whole thing. Like he might have issues with me, but if he's taking care of his kids, he might not have issues with the kids. And I've been through that with my mom and my dad. Like my dad was a cheater and my mom is bipolar, so it was all kinds of crazy. So I wouldn't want that. However, I'm like strictly uh oh great, I forgot the word. I'm strictly like, I date one person.
I agree
So
with that. I'm glad you said that. You got some common sense because I agree with you 100% on that because I really believe if there's children involved that you should really stay in that, even if it sucks. Because,
yeah.
well, let me ask you what your opinion of when it says for better or for worse. I know that's one of the worst case scenarios that a woman can go through is finding out that her husband is committing adultery. How do you think other women feel about that and why? Why do you think women think as soon as he cheats, I'm out the door? Why do you think that?
It's sorry, I'm a little nervous, so my the words I'm trying to think of are failing me. But it's it's about pride, I think. Like say, oh, I'm not good enough that you're sleeping with somebody else. It's mainly emotions. Like I know my pride
Emotion.
would take a hit because because I'm not doing something my husband had to step out on me, you know. And I know guys would think that way too. Like, am I not providing enough if my wife, you know, leaves?
Men think different when a woman cheat. We don't think that. We don't think when we find out a woman done cheated on us, we don't. The first thing we don't think about it is we're not providing enough. I'm saying that
Yeah, well,
we just think that.
I'm coming as a woman, so I don't know. Like when I
I know
talk
it's
to my
cool.
husband, I'm
It's
like, look,
fine.
trying to put
It's
myself
fine.
in your shoes is kind of hard because I'm a female, but that's
I
that's what
understand.
I
But
might think.
what you said, what I really like when you said you hit the nail on the head when you said pride and feelings, because I think that's one of the
Hmm.
main reasons why relationships break up on that side for the women. They get hurt, they get mad, and like you said, it's an ego thing where I'm not good enough. Why did you have to step out and stuff? I think they put those feelings over the entire family and are willing to destroy the family because of a broke ego because they've hurt.
Oh
And
yeah,
like
and it could be vengeance because it's so much easier to divorce and leave than it was back in the day, at least in my opinion. Like in the
you're
courts
right.
favor the women, so it's like, oh, you cheated on me, well, yeah, I might be hurt, but I can divorce you, I can get child support, I might get the house, you get kicked out. So it's
I
so
agree with you.
easy. Maybe if it wasn't easy, then people might be able to work it out. So
You're right. So you think the reason why people are breaking up because it's easier to? Is that what you're saying? Because if they had, do you think if they had no choice, or
oh
should I
yeah.
say, it would be harder? So yeah, it's convenient. It's more convenient
Yeah,
to
sure.
destroy the
It's
family.
it's yeah, it's so easy. Like it's and
Mm-mm.
again, if you have kids, oh my God, it's a payday. Like some women make a thing out of it. Like
I
they'll just
agree.
have kids, they'll trap you with a baby, and they'll get that child support. I've seen so many videos of
Yes,
women like just doing that. Like they don't really care about their relationships. They just want that check, and they don't have to do anything. They don't have to work. The government is on their side pretty much. I forgot
exactly.
who coined this phrase, but they're like government sponsored terrorists, pretty much. I forgot who coined it.
Dang, I've never heard of that, but that
So,
makes a lot of sense. Make a lot of sense.
but yeah,
So you think a lot of
yeah, and
women today don't
our
have a
taxpayers play it.
so
Sorry.
do you believe that a lot of women don't have a good ideal of what commitment is?
No, especially not anymore. Like times have changed. Like I'm 34 years old. I don't know how old you are. So things have changed from when I was a kid and I saw how dating was to right now. Like honestly, right now it's fine to cheat. Like open marriages and what's the word? Polyamory are
Poly,
like big
poly,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah, it's like a big thing. So it's becoming so big that I'm actually getting shocked that people still care about cheating. I wouldn't want to do it because I guess I'm old school, but it's so popular. Like open marriages are so popular right now. Sorry if you hear my
You're right.
daughter.
That's all right. I didn't hear her, but I didn't hear your daughter, but cool though. You're right.
Okay.
Now thank you for calling into the show. I know you got something going on, but yeah, definitely
No
I agree with you. I
problem.
think that what did you say?
Oh no, I said no problem. I found you randomly. I like your style, I like your show, I like your music choice. Like I'm into
Thank you.
jazz and that noir, so I was like, oh my God, I love them.
Thank you very much. I
So
appreciate that. I appreciate
no
that.
problem.
Uh, Yeah, I hope other women can hear what you're saying and listen to what you're saying because I think like what you're saying is ego, is emotion. Commitment is like commitment has nothing to do with emotions. I keep telling people that emotions and commitment don't have nothing to do with each other. When you committed to go to the gym like that and it's raining outside, you don't feel like it. That has nothing to do with it. Commitment is getting up and being self-disciplined and trying to keep reaching the goal that you set out to be. So that marriage too. I just think women don't
Yeah, marriage is
really
hard.
hear it. Yeah, it's hard. I believe it's hard, and I don't think
Yeah,
women
it's
really
not easy,
understand
and people
how.
people treat it as a check. Like at least people now they treat it as a check, especially if one makes more money than the other.
Oh
So
yeah, I think they
they're not willing to put in the work. But if you're going
I
to
agree.
leave cheating, at least like have a plan or something, or at least like try to co-parent or something. Like if you have to do it, like if you can't, just
Well,
instead of
well,
like
let me
going
ask
down
you
the path
this.
of vengeance.
Let me ask you this. How would you handle it? Because
Hmm.
a gentleman said this earlier. Let me ask you this. How would you handle if your husband came to you and say, "Darling, baby, the woman of my dreams, I got something to tell you." And you say, "What is it, honey?"
Hmm.
And he said, "Baby, I'm thinking about stepping out. I have these urges. I have these urges where I love you. I still want to be with you, but sometimes I want some new coochie in my life." How would you react to that if a man came up and said, "Look, I would like to do that"? I mean, basically, like, you know what I mean. So, how would you react to that?
Hmm. I guess like I said earlier, I would talk to him. But like first, of course, because I know I'm gonna get in my feelings. I'm gonna ask if I did something wrong. Like if I didn't satisfy him enough or something. I'm just gonna ask it because I know myself. So I'm just gonna ask if I did something wrong. And if he's like no, and it's just like a sexual thing, then like I okay, I'm about to expose myself.
But
I wouldn't mind trying it. Like if he can do it, if we can like make it work, if he can do it, I would want to do it too. Like if we could stay married and we just like want something on the side, as long as it doesn't affect our home life, I wouldn't mind, you know?
see, 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 you're like the ideal of a good woman. What a lot of men would say, a woman that would be understanding and be willing to do that. You know what I mean? Because people get bored of the same woman and same man, years and years. It
Yeah,
just
like
is
that's
what
why
it
I
is.
wouldn't mind like I'm like, look, if we could stay together and if it's nothing that I'm doing, like if you're not doing this because you hate me or something, but you just want some more spice. Like again, we're both in our 30s, so we're kind of getting up there. If it's like a spice kind of thing, then I wouldn't mind that. But if he's like, oh, I'm cheating and I want to leave you, I mean, I guess that's a whole different scenario.
Yeah, that's a different
But
scenario. Because if he want
but
to
if it's
leave you,
just
he
some
gonna cheat and he ain't gonna tell
spice,
you.
yeah, if it's just some spice, now I would probably leave if he's like, I'm gonna cheat, you can't cheat, you can't do nothing, you can't have any fun, but I'm gonna go out and have fun and you stay home with the kids, then I'd probably say like, nope.
Well, let me ask you
I'm
this:
sorry if
Do you?
my baby was a little
No,
loud.
it's okay. 'Cause it's okay. Let me ask you this. So what do you think
Hmm.
about women who leave their husbands, who is a good provider, good protector, everything he needs to be, does the husband role perfectly, but he cheats. She leaves that man, and she decides to step back out in the dating pool and abandon that. Do you think that's good?
uh what you mean, like just leave a good, I guess what scenario, like he's
So
I'm
for
not
example,
for the
it say
cheating at
for
all.
example, no, let me say it like this. A woman, some women, because I think you know that, like you just said, the dating scene is horrible out there. Okay, it's very
Oh
horrible.
yeah,
It's difficult to
I'm trying
find.
for another
But
kid. I hope I don't have a son
hold on
because
one
oh my
second, one
God, these
second. So
bitches are
like,
crazy.
excuse me,
Ooh,
yeah,
excuse
excuse
my
me one second.
language.
Like, that's okay. Hold on for a second. Let me say this.
Sorry,
Before I lose my
sorry.
thought right here. Yeah, it's okay. Before I lose
Hmm.
my thought, let me say this right here. Um, like my clip said earlier, there are some women who will leave all those things I just mentioned because they hurt, and then they get out in the dating pool and try to find the same thing, but they can't. Do you think they are wise to leave, or do you think they're fools to leave?
I guess it depends because I know some people, I maybe I can answer your question with a question. Would it be better for the person to stay, especially if they're in their feelings like that? Like, wouldn't the relationship just go downhill anyway?
I think if
You know
they're
what I
in their
mean?
feelings, I hear what you're saying, but if they're in their
Mm-hmm.
feelings, I think they need to come out their feelings. 'Cause the reason what I'm saying that is, if you're really putting the family first, the children, everything else first, yeah, you're gonna have some feelings about it. You might need to get therapy, or some we might step out, whatever it is. But I'm saying keeping the kids first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you
But I
can
can
handle
imagine
it,
it being so toxic. Because, like in an ideal world, yeah, you might come out of your feelings. But like knowing how people are, it's just going to be bickering in front of the kids, fighting. And
but ma'am,
uh,
but her the
I
thing
don't
though,
know.
but
That's
wait, wait,
tough.
excuse me,
That's
ma'am.
tough.
What is your name anyway? Is it Darver? Dara?
Dana.
How you say?
Dana.
Dana? Okay. Dana,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing right here. I see your
Yeah.
point, but women back in the older generations didn't do that. Like I played a
Mm-hmm.
clip a while ago of an older black lady. I mean, like an older. I'm sure the different ethnic groups do it too. But like an older black woman who pretty much said, "Why would you be so concerned
Yeah.
about it?" You know what I mean? So that's how they think now. But back then they didn't think like that. They dealt with it or they worked with it. And then sometimes those men wouldn't always serial cheaters. They might step out, every now and then. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about a man who
Papa was
cheats
a
every
Rolling Stone.
weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about those type of dudes. I'm talking about, if you find out your husband of 15 or 20 years cheated on you and
Mm-hmm.
he's everything, y'all, he's the provider, he's everything. Do you think it's wise for that woman to go ahead and just throw 20 years away, throw them children life away, basically, you know what I mean? Just because she's hurt?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think
Thank
people will
you.
do it the way I see it, but I don't think so. Like I said, I would try and make it work. And for me, I would say if you get to have your fun, I get to have my fun. And then I would set rules. I'm like, look, you have to use a condom, you have to do so and so,
Yeah,
stuff like that, because
yeah.
to at least keep us
Yeah.
safe. Like no, you know.
Exactly, exactly. I
So
agree with you. I agree with you with that.
yeah.
I think you make a lot of sense. You make a lot of sense. I don't know. It made me think about something I seen a long time ago on Kevin Samuels. Actually, he said something like that before. He talked about like if you have a man that's cheating on you, I think he was talking about high value men, but he's not bringing
Hmm.
diseases, he's not bringing babies home like that. You should like rich people
Yeah.
do this all the time. Like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of
Yeah,
them
the
do that stuff.
swingers.
All of them, they don't. No, they wouldn't really swingers. They wasn't swingers. They cheated on their wives, but the wives
Hmm.
stayed with them because they were men
Oh, a
of value.
famous
They
one,
didn't.
Hillary
y-
Clinton.
y- y- Yeah, yeah, that's another one. But they stayed with these men because they know it's harder to find a man that can do what those men can do. And so when you get out there and
Yeah.
go single and be independent, and you get a man who can't do none of that stuff, now you have not. If you got children already, and you're going to a man with your children from the other relationship, men ain't really
It's
gonna want
going
to
to be
deal with you
hard.
anyway. It's gonna be very
Your
hard. So
value in
maybe
the
you should just
sexual
stay your ass there.
market is already low. Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
So you
feel
never
like
just yeah.
really it just communicate before you get into any relationship. Communicate, like set your boundaries, and I think that's what people have issues with. Like they expect things in their head. They might have arguments with the person in their head, and the other person's supposed to read what they're thinking, and they get surprised when it doesn't happen. Like just set your boundaries and communicate, and I feel
Yeah.
like you'd be happier. It's hard because there's a lot of hard conversations that you'll probably have to have. I'm no saint, but if that's what you're really worried about, then you just talk. And if there's kids
I agree.
involved, just think about the kids, because like I said, my parents were crazy. So I know I'm coming from a place where I've seen it. I've seen it happen. My mom used me as a bargaining chip to my dad, and I wasn't aware of it because I was just a stupid little baby, so I didn't know any better. But my mom used me against my father a lot. So
Thank you for saying no. Thank you for saying that because that brings me to my other point. That's what I said earlier. Sometimes women are doing that to hurt him by taking away the family because she's been hurt by him. You made my point right.
yeah,
I
that's the
said
way
that in
you
the
can.
beginning. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only power that they have. Women, especially if the guy's the breadwinner, the power that women have are the children and the pussy. Oops, sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to curse.
You can go
That's
ahead and
the
say it.
power that we have.
We
So,
know you got one.
so when they, so when you take away the money, like because that's what you see. Like now, that's what
fucked a
women
black
threaten with.
man.
Like, oh, I won't have sex with you if you don't do this, or I'm gonna take your kids away if you do this. So that's the power. And my mom's power was stealing me away from my dad, not telling him where I was, you know, poisoning my mind against him. Like when I was a kid, I thought he was a right bastard. And when I finally met him, I'm like, no, he's like me, or just two laid back lone wolves, really. So
I agree
yeah,
with you.
that's their power. So
I
yeah,
agree with
so when the cheating thing happens, like the man might not give a damn if the woman's like, well, I'm gonna cheat anyway. He might be like, okay, whatever. So then the next best thing is, all right, take your kids away,
you. Yep.
or I'm gonna
Yep.
get the government involved and kick you out of the house that you paid for. So
Hold on one second. I want y'all to hear what she just said, because she said everything I said in the beginning. She actually agreeing with everything I said in the beginning, that women, when they're hurt in a relationship or marriage, they will take away those children just to hurt the man because they've been hurt. They'll throw away 20 years of marriage, they throw away years of everything because they are hurt, not because they are committed. This lady just said that in her own way. She said the same thing I just said. Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
yeah.
Oh, you got somebody that said something positive about you too. It said like, Mama Gemini is a real feminine woman. I want a Mama Gemini. Can you see
That's
it?
sweet. I'm actually quite a tomboy, really. Yeah, I see it.
You don't sound like it. You
I,
sound like
I'm
you sound
I'm not
feminine,
the
but
kind of person like wear dresses and everything. My husband would say I'm quite the tomboy, like video games, comic books, all that nerdy stuff. So yeah, I'm black, so I never fit in with the other black people like that. So
hold up. You say you're
I'm,
black? You're black?
yeah, I'm actually Caribbean Puerto Rican. Yes, sir.
Oh wow. You know what? I thought you was a white lady.
Here, I'll turn. Okay, if you don't laugh at me, I just picked out my hair. I'll turn on my camera. Hold on one second. Okay.
What?
Hi.
You mean
Oh,
all this
there we
time
go.
you could have had your
Bye.
camera on? You could have had the camera on the whole damn time.
Well, I was in the middle of picking out my fro, and I'm like, oh, they're probably not going to see this.
That's cool. That's
But yeah,
cool. I'm glad you came
I
on.
am black.
Okay.
So yes,
Cool. That's cool.
excuse my fro.
And what are you mixed with? So what are you again? Your
But yeah,
nationality?
no. My dad is from Barbados, and my mom's family's from Puerto Rico. So I'm like half Bayesian, like a quarter Puerto Rican, quarter black. So
So that's your real
okay,
hair then, huh? That's your real hair.
yeah, yeah.
I,
I was never in the
man,
weaves,
look
and I'm
here.
glad my mom never did that.
That's good. Look at what Mr. Cooper said. He said, wow, she got hair.
Oh yeah, I've actually been growing out in the summer. So since I have a kid, like we have a pool, and I just kept my hair like this because it's gonna get messed up anyways. So from the water, but like during the winter and the fall, I like to straight iron my hair. It's gonna be long, like it's grown a lot.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm
Oh,
glad you
my
came on
husband's
to the
home.
show today. Hmm?
No, no problem. Nope, the hubby's
Yeah.
home. All right, he's got groceries, so I have to say goodbye. Like I said, I
All
really
right.
like your
Thank you.
show and everything, and I think you're spitting wise facts.
I appreciate it. Hope to
Bye.
see y'all again. You have a good one now. All right. Bye-bye. Yep. That was pretty cool. That was pretty good interaction. But see, I'm glad that she came on the screen, because I don't know about y'all, but I thought I was talking to a white lady at first, because I'm from the South. It sounds like real like white. What I like about it is that she had common sense. Okay, and that's coming from a woman's point of view about, if a man is cheating on you, it may not be in your best interest to leave that relationship if you're married. And that's all I've been saying. That's all I've been saying. You know what I mean? And I agree with her on that. I agree with her 100%. It's true. You should not be doing that. If you already got a man, let's see. I mean, Marcus Cooper gonna turn into a stalker on somebody here. Look at this. She look good also. Yeah, she was all right. Let me see. Let me get. All right, y'all. I have another live stream tomorrow, and it's gonna be about commitment, how men should commit before they commit to women. And it's good for both genders and all ethnic groups. But it's gonna be about Oh, thanks. Mama Gemini had fun too. That was good. That's cool. You'll get better. You won't get nervous if you keep calling in and get used to it. You know what I mean? You'll be all right. Just keep calling in. We'll get you on the show. And it's good to have a woman's perspective on some of the things that we say because my show represents masculinity and femininity. But I represent masculinity, how it works in tandem with femininity. So yes, it's a good thing that you call in on here. Mr. Lawrence, okay. What I'm going to say next before I get out of here. Yeah, tomorrow, 5:15 Central Standard Time, is going to be about commitment. I think we have to understand it has nothing to do with relationships commitment. It's going to be about commitment. We got to learn how to commit to ourselves. And we're going to talk about that in greater detail tomorrow at 5:15 Central Standard Time. Thank you for everybody who showed up in here. You know how it go. And I'll be seeing y'all pretty soon. So y'all take it easy.